Well, good morning. Happy to see you're making Jack a part of your well-balanced breakfast. How many players do we have this morning? Groovy. Player 1, talk to me. What's your name? All right, player 2, we need your name next.
45 seconds.
Good deal. Now, player 3, can you spell your name for us? Let's get this baby rolling. Pick which episode you want to play.
30 seconds.
Player 1, you've got to buzz in on the letter Q. That's Q as in a quaint Quaker, like the one who makes oatmeal. Player 2, you're buzzing in on the letter B as in bravo. And player 3, how about you buzz in on the letter P as in pointy party hat?
20 seconds.
20 seconds? Okay. Listen, people flub this all the time. I don't know why. When a question comes up, if you want it, buzz in first. Then hit 1, 2, 3, or 4 to pick an answer. That's it. Got it? Until we meet again.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Hello there, welcome to our pets episode. You know, as a special treat, I was going to bring my dog Doodles to the studio. The only problem is, a couple of years back, my mom took little Doodles to a special farm where puppies can run around free and play with all the other puppies. Anyway, she lost the address, which is, kind of a drag. Oh well, we're going to get started by passing out the hardware. Not to offend you, but this is how you screw someone. If you want to force your neighbor into answering a question that you know they don't know, buzz in and slap that S key. You got it? Now then, I hope you went before we left, because it's time. Your call, player 2. Whoa. Let's take a look at 9 lives are no good if they're all sterile. I got $2,000 says you don't know this one. Got your buzzer fingers ready? Well, now, how about the ones that type? Because this one's a fill in the blank. If your vengeful pet were to neuter the game show host who ends all of his shows by reminding people to spay or neuter their pets, who'd suddenly be shooting blanks? Player 1, yeah. Mr. Bob Barker is the one who ends every episode of The Price is Right by reminding people to have their pets spayed and or neutered. Of course, your pet doesn't really have to seek its revenge through surgery. No, one well-placed bite ought to teach Bob a lesson. Let's have a category, player 1. Today's specialties include walk softly and carry a big squeaky toy. You get it right, you get $2K. All right, give me your best shot. If your dog is being housebroken on Roger Ebert's film reviews, to what newspaper do you subscribe? The Chicago Sun-Times, the New York Times, the Boston Globe, or the Washington Post? Hey, if you got a minute, take a look at this. Oh, TV may have made him famous, but I've always known my close personal friend Roger Ebert as a writer for the Chicago Sun-Times. So now, if you were training your dog with his columns, does that make him a yellow journalist? Player 2, what looks good? This category is known as, why is incest okay for dogs? You get this one, you pocket $2,000. Hey, do you remember making family trees for school? You had a little chart showing your lineage and you had to bug your parents for all this information? Well, if your Irish setter is assigned to make a family tree, whom should it contact for lineage information? The AMA, the ASPCA, the AKC, or the IRA? Hey, player 2, you like getting screwed? Give me an answer. No. He'd call the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals if you spank him. but if you keep a newspaper by the phone, he'll think twice about making that call. Player 1. Player 3.
There's no place for you here, puppy. We've discovered Yorkshire Terrier blood in you. Be gone with ye!
Player 1, you can take it. Player 1. The American Kennel Club registers purebreds and keeps records on breeding. Of course, it's gonna break your dog's heart when he finds out his mom was a bitch. Player 1, why don't you give me a category? This one's called Fun with Fish. $2,000 for a correct answer. Put it in gear, because here we go. If the lead guitarist of the band Fish had a dorsal fin, what would it help him do? Remain upright while jamming, release pheromones to the groupies, amplify the sound of his solos, or aid in the digestion of the funk. Player 2.
Oh my God, I love you, Fish!
Player 1, player 3, grab it! The correct answer is dorsal fins help a fish stay upright while swimming. Of course, if you're the only one who sees the dorsal fin growing out of Fish's lead guitarist, well, you may want to wrap yourself in a blanket and head back to the tent, dude. What's it gonna be, player 2? Hey, stress cut with lime sore.
It's time for a River Fish Stress Nut.
One gibberish category coming up. Never repeat yourself twice. This question's going to start out at 5,000 big ones. Okay, you're going to have about 30 seconds to solve this thing, but every second and a half, I'm going to take some of that cash back. Okay, take a look at this phrase and tell me what it rhymes with. Free cow, free cow, free cow, free cow. And of course, don't be fooled by that punctuation. Okay, here's a clue. It's the first 4 words of a jingle. It's the beginning of a jingle for a cat food commercial. Player 3, take it away. Type that answer and hit return. Man, you know, those Meow Mix cats have been singing for decades. And all of a sudden some rat dog comes along, says a couple of lines in Spanish about a taco, and everybody goes crazy. Man, that pisses me off. Especially when you consider that Meow Mix tastes much better than a stupid taco. Player 3, why don't you pick one? For your viewing pleasure, ride the pink plastic pony. How does $2,000 sound? Hey, how about those toys called My Little Pony, huh? They came in different colors and had those precious little names. It belonged to my sister, okay? Suppose there's a new My Little Pony called My Littlest Pony. What would be the best name for her? Quarter Horse Berry Bright, Shetland Princess Taffeta, Lippets Honor Baby Rain Ribbon, or Welsh Baby Cuddles. Player 3, who would you like to screw? Player 2, you gotta answer it. Well, Lippets Honor Baby Rain Ribbon isn't that small, but oh, how she prances. Player 1, player 3, let's do something. Here's the one you didn't pick. The Shetland is the smallest breed of pony, Princess Taffeta. It's gotta be the stupidest name ever. Isn't that right, baby Tiddlywinks? I said it belongs to my sister. Player 2, what do you want? All right, give it up for Off the Wagon and Into the Doghouse. $3,000 for this one. Okay, now, you know those dog food commercials where the tiny little chuck wagon rides like mad across the kitchen floor with the dog in hot pursuit? Yeah, sure you do. Well, get out your slide rule and tell me this. If a chuck wagon leaves the pantry traveling 1 foot per second and a dog going 4 feet per second leaves the pantry 6 seconds later, how long will it take the dog to catch the wagon? 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, or 4 seconds? Seconds, seconds, seconds. You know, if you say that word over and over again, seconds, 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 it really doesn't mean anything anymore. I'm sorry, am I distracting you? Player 2, go! Player 3, you gonna take that? Give me an answer. Hey, when life gives you lemons, pucker up. Player 1, player 2, go get it! Sorry, but after 4 seconds, little Mr. Chuckwagon's well on his way to being picked up by a pooper scooper. Player 1, that hungry pup would be all over that miniature wagon in 2 seconds. Which just goes to show how unreal those commercials are. What with the chuck wagon always getting away? Oh, and not to mention the horses the size of ants? I mean, come on! Player 1, tell me what's next. The category, portrait of the artist as a young puppy. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Let's see how you handle this one. If your pet makes pet sounds, which of these will happen? Your pig will oink Ogden Nash poems. Your gerbil will squeak Beach Boys tunes. Your bird will chirp Richard Nixon speeches. Or your cat will meow Stephen King stories. Nobody wants it, huh? Hey, player 1, you've been showing off for a while. Why don't you take it?
Don't be a wimp!
Player 1! You know you want to pick the correct answer, right? Player 2, player 3, who wants it? Let me show you what I would have picked. Pet Sounds is a very famous Beach Boys album. Hey, it could happen. My dog sounds like Bob Dylan. Player 2, how about a category? Coming at you. Only parts of New York smell like a zoo. I'll give you 4,000 clams for this bad boy. Put your head between your knees because we're going down. Which pets would you expect to be overrunning New York City's Coney Island? Pussycats, alligators, rabbits, or turtles? Player, you should have bought a vowel. Player 1, player 2, who wants it? Player 2, grab. Coney is a synonym of rabbit. Yo, move your freaking cottontail!
Why, I ought to bust you and your twitchy little nose!
Player 2, take your pick. May I introduce Math Makes My Cat Puke. If you know this one, you're getting 4,000 bucks. Pencils ready. Let's do it. If your cat hawks up a hairball that is a perfect sphere, how do you determine the area of the hairball? Multiply half its length by its height, multiply the square of its diameter by pi, multiply its radius cubed by 4/3, or multiply its circumference by 4. Player 2, go! Nope, nothing. Player 1, player 3, you want it? Player, all right, walk it off. Walk it off. What do you say, Last time I checked, you get the area of a sphere by multiplying the diameter squared by pi.
Okay, Fluffy, now do a dodecahedron.
Player 1, your choice. Hey, not bad. You chose a when did happen. All right, I'm going to show you an event like this. Man first walks on the moon. Then I'm going to list off 7 other events like this one. All you got to do for each one is tell me whether it happened before or after man first walked on the moon, or if it never happened at all. Buzz in when the correct answer is lit, you'll get $1,000. But be careful, if you buzz in when the incorrect answer is lit, you lose $1,000 each time you're wrong. We all set? Okay. The name of this When Did Happen is They Shoot Trivia Players, Don't They? Okay, now what would a pet episode be without a friendly, cheerful reminder that your cute little bundle of fur will one day kick the bucket? So the main point for this one is Stephen King's Pet Sematary hits the bookshelves. So tell me, did this sad event happen before Pet Sematary hit bookstores, after that, or did it never happen at all? That'll do it. Okay, let's take a look at the damage. Player 2, that was an embarrassment, but you are on top, so let's take a look at your overall scores. Player 1, still ahead. Okay, let's get on with the rest of the show, shall we? Category time, Player 2. Well, what do we have here? Peter Piper picked a pet in Mr. Peebles' pet store. $4K coming your way for a right answer. Heads up, here it comes. If you bought a guinea pig for a guinea while in Guinea, what did you buy? A marsupial for a ball in South America, a pig for a sack in the South Pacific, a primate for a salami in Australia, or a rodent for a coin in Africa? Wait, a guinea pig is a rodent, a guinea is a coin, and Guinea is in Africa. And anybody who would go to Africa and pay with English gold for a cheap-ass rodent indigenous to South America is a weenie. Pick a category, Player 1. Shake hands with relevant experience, talking butt. You get a right answer, you're walking away with $4,000. Ready? Catch this. Imagine that Ace Ventura, pet detective, decides to retire because he is not a detective. Who would be least likely to replace him? Jim Rockford, Barnaby Jones, Perry Mason, or Joe Mannix? Take it, Perry Mason's a lawyer, not a detective. Although he might still be able to help pets anyway.
Could you describe, in your own words, what happened the night of May 20th?
Player 2, grab a category. Open wide and get ready for Who Left Rusty Out in the Rain Again? How does $4,000 grab you? See if you can wrap your skull around this. If you were to breed Rin Tin Tin with a metallic canine, what would be the best name for the alloy puppy? Rin Steel Steel, Rin Brass Brass, Rin Pewter Pewter, or Rin Aluminum Aluminum? Player yeah, that's right. And not only is he a lightweight dog, but you can use him to cover the sides of your house. Player 1, Player 2, it's open. Player 2. Ow, burning, burning, burning. Player 1, it's yours if you want. That's what you get for stealing cable. She's breaking up. She's breaking up. Pewter is a mix of tin and other metals, like copper or lead.
Here, Rin Pewter Pewter. Come on, boy. Look, I said, get the hell over here. All right, I'm getting a magnet.
Welcome to the Jack Attack. When you see two words on the screen that match, hit your buzzer. If you're right, I'll give you $2,000. If you're wrong, you're going down 2,000. But don't forget, remember the clue. Not any old word's gonna do it. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue.
There's a little pet in everything. so don't be afraid if I start humping your leg. Good luck! Now that was an attack. You enjoy that moment while I tally up the scores. Player one's got it. Player one, I do believe you came out with a solid win there. Then again, I do believe in the Easter Bunny. You know, that big rabbit that says,
You don't know Jack!
Hustle and bustle of modern life, who has time
Ooh,
to
player
plan their
one
own
on the high
suicide
scoreboard.
these
I am
days?
so afraid of you. Your
to work
big
and
hulking
taking care
brains,
of the
whatever.
house, I
If
just
you want to
couldn't
press your
find
luck
time to
and play
think
another
about
game,
suicide.
just say
Then
so.
I called the American
So if you really like this
This message
episode,
brought
go
to you
ahead
by
and
the
hit
American
F and
Council
save it
for
as a
Assisted
favorite.
Suicide.
That way you'll be able to play it
Relax.
whenever you
We'll
want.
write the note for you. The ancients believed that diamonds were tears of the gods.
Yeah,